students, myself Harpreet Hunjan. Welcome to the English subject class. In this video, we are going to discuss about the topic called article writing. So first, let us understand the meaning of an article writing. An article is a piece of non-fiction prose writing especially meant for newspaper and magazines. So basically the articles are meant to be done for newspapers and magazines, and these are the non-fiction prose writings, which means these are factful, these are reality based. Okay, then it usually describes or discusses the author's personal opinions or findings of a research, any particular incident or theme or a social concern. So article writings always describes or discusses the personal opinion of the author, and it can be a finding of the research or any particular incident. It can be about a theme or a social concern as well. Okay, of any, it can be regarding the any social topic, what exactly is happening in the society. Okay, then here it comes, the useful tips for an effective article writing. So when we talk about the useful tips for effective article writing, it starts with point 1, which is read the rubrics. Read the statement of the task very carefully, because many students fail to write an effective article just because they do not read the question statement carefully or do not understand or address it fully. So when they do not read it carefully, when they do not understand the task or the statement carefully, they don't give the suitable title, or they are not able to give the appropriate body. So in this way they do mistakes. So this is very important to go through the task very carefully so that you can attempt it in a proper way. Next point is to make a plan. Now, after clearly understanding that what the task requires, you should always make a clear plan for your article. That what the title would be, how you would begin it, what ideas you would include and where, and how would you conclude it. The plan should be in accordance with the purpose and the target audience you are writing for. After this, it comes with point number 3, carry out research. Now, this is very obvious that you may not have all the ideas you need for the article writing. So what you need to do is that do hunt for the ideas. For that you can refer to the books, newspapers, magazines, and search the internet to gather ideas and information for your article. And the next point is choose appropriate vocabulary. Now this is very important, that you should be able to use some good vocabulary that is appropriate and relevant to the task. There should not be any spelling errors or errors in the choice of words and phrases. Don't use a word or phrase that you have just heard or seen unless you are not clear about the meaning of it or what it means. Use a dictionary, and or you can always seek for elders' help. Okay. Then it follows with the next point, use paragraphs. Paragraphs makes an article look good, organized, well knit, smooth and clear. So use several paragraphs in an article. The general rule is to use one paragraph for one major idea. This is very important, that in the one paragraph you should only talk about one major idea. Okay. The next and the last point for the effective article writing is add quotations. You should always include quotations from well-known writers, philosophers, thinkers and leaders as well. If you think that a quotation can help make your point more effective, but you need to be careful about one thing, that avoid long ones, for because they eat the precious word limit. Because when it comes to article writing, word limit is very important. Okay, and the word limit should be 150 words to 200 words. So if you will write the long sentences, that will create a problem for you to be in the word limit. Okay, then You can use a quotation anywhere in the article. It can be in the beginning, middle, or it can be in the end as well. So these were some useful tips for an effective article writing. Now, here we come with the format of an article. Now, when we are talking about the format of an article, it follows with title, then body, then conclusion, then name of the writer. Now, let's talk about title first. Title is the heading of the article, and it says what the article is all about, what exactly you are going to talk about in the article. That is in the title box. It can be a word, it can be a phrase, or even a short sentence as well. Then it follows the body. The body is the article. Okay, it may consist of several paragraphs and is usually structured in 3 paragraphs, in 3 parts. It starts with introduction. Paragraph number 1 is introduction. So the introduction sets up the context or the purpose of writing, and it introduces the topic and hence at what is to follow in the subsequent paragraphs. Basically, it's a short description of what exactly you are going to talk about or what exactly you are going to write about in the following paragraphs. Then second paragraph is the development of ideas, that what exactly you have introduced or what exactly you have given in a brief description in the introduction box or in the introduction paragraph. In the second paragraph, you have to give the details and the complete information and the necessary facts of the article. So when we talk about the development of the ideas, the main points of the topic are described in 3 to 4 paragraphs. Okay, each dealing with only one major idea. I'm repeating this again, you need to be very careful about it, that you need to be using only one major point for one paragraph, or one major idea for one paragraph. Okay, each paragraph must have a topic sentence that introduces or concludes all the subpoints in it. Okay, then after the body, paragraph 2, it ends up with the conclusion. It is the last paragraph that sums up all the ideas or winds up the arguments and give the writer's own opinion on the topic. Okay, it may also make a recommendation in the last, after the conclusion, and then you can also end up with the warning while expressing a hope or making a prediction. It is up to you. It just makes the article look good. Okay, so in the last, it is the name of the writer. Okay, let me tell you one more thing. When it comes to the name of the writer, there's an option. Either you can write down the name of the writer after the title, or you can write it in the end. This is absolutely up to you. Both the formats are acceptable when it comes to the name of the author or name of the writer. Okay, so this was the format of an article. I hope I am clear with it. So let's continue with the layout of an article as an example, so that you can get to know in the detailed way that how the article is attempted, and it will be helpful for you while attempting. You will get an idea while attempting it in your notebooks. Okay, so it starts with the heading, that what exactly the heading is, then with the title, which I have highlighted in the red color, then the name of the writer, then it comes with the body, and it ends with the message or the prediction. As I have said, you can make it, or it can be an appeal, it can be a hope, it can be a warning, it can be a recommendation, anything. This is up to you. This is up to the format or the heading, that what exactly it says or what exactly it talks about. So let us just discuss about it once. It says, the heading is, the corruption is the bane of Indian democracy. You feel that if the monster of corruption can be killed once and for all, our country can progress by leaps and bounds. Write an article for your school magazine on this topic. See, now this is clearly mentioned in the heading that you need to write the article for your school magazine. Okay. So, here come the title, The Monster of Corruption. As I have said earlier, it can be a phrase, it can be a word, it can be a short sentence. Okay. Then it follows by the name of the writer. Okay. Below the name of the writer, it starts with the body of the article. Now let's see what it says. First, I have started with an introduction. Let's see. Corruption is rampant in all spheres of life in our society, whether it was the CVG or purchase of army trucks or contracts of land mining or crores of rupees of black money stashed away in the Swiss banks or the scams like NRHM. Corruption is eating into the vitals of the country. So this is the introduction I have given. A brief description of what we are going to discuss or what we are going to talk about in the subsequent paragraphs. Then the development of the idea, what I have discussed in the introduction box. And that is the reason why the common man on the street is afraid of the police and the sales tax office, the mining mafia and the land mafia, and so on. The most dangerous phase of this menace is reflected in the dubious nexus between a corrupt politician and a corrupt bureaucrat. When the lawmakers become lawbreakers with impunity, who will save the country? Now, I have given one major idea in this. Okay, so now let us discuss about the factors that what are the factors of this problem. The factors responsible for corruption are many. For example, number one is caste and nepotism, and it has become the basis for the distribution of patronage. Number two, with common financial interest, emotion rather than reason dictates politics. Number three, society tolerates amazing of wealth by any method, right or wrong, doesn't matter. Okay, and finally, one's extreme attachment to one's family makes one often feel that one has to earn enough for children and the grandchildren. So this was the development of the idea, what exactly I have mentioned in a brief way in the introduction paragraph. This is the details. So now let's just come with the conclusion of the paragraph, of the ideas, what exactly it says. If democracy has to survive, the middle class value of probity in the public life will have to be sustained. If each one of us refuses to offer bribes, or however small, corrupt officials will have to be backed down eventually, and this vicious circle can be broken in this way. So this is the conclusion of the idea, what exactly it says in the introduction or in the ideas paragraph. This is the conclusion of that. Okay, so in the end I have concluded it, or I have ended it, I have summed it up with the message or a hope. What it says, that this is possible and we can do it. Now this is a hope that everything is possible if we start, if we begin at some place, at some point, everything and anything can be achieved. So I hope I am clear with it. If you have any doubts or queries regarding this topic, regarding article writing in your mind, or if you have any doubts, kindly comment in the comment box, or we shall discuss in the next session. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Take care.